for us while we're here then.
Welcome back to a new video, you guys, and we are back with Tales of Arise, and we're about to explore Lenegis. Let's see what's going on and what's about to happen in this chapter, you guys. It's very exciting. Looks like we're getting close to the climax of the game. So hell, let's figure out what the hell was about to happen in this game. I'm super excited. Alright, let's go. Alright, so last video we got a starship. I knew we was gonna be going there eventually, but I didn't know how it was gonna all set apart. Alright, what the fuck? Looks like the city is all jacked up. I'm supposedly assuming that's because it changed shape that it's like this. I don't know. That's just a guess. On blanket time.
What in the world?
This being Renin territory, I was prepared for a lot of things to look different. But this is a bit more than I anticipated.
The very foundations of the city have shifted. What could have caused this?
When Lenegis changed shape, it must have had an effect on the interior too.
Yep.
Maybe when they sent the wedge down to Dana?
But they wouldn't move around the places where people live. These are their homes, right?
I would think the citizens themselves didn't have much say in the matter. Either way, locating the Forbidden Zone just became that much trickier.
Dohalim? Is that you?
Avakir, I'm glad to see you're well.
So it is you! But why are you here? Shouldn't you be down on Dana participating in the crown contest? And these people!
So you haven't heard what happened on Dana, then?
Heard what?
Someone you know?
An old friend.
Hey, Dohalim, don't tell me you've started keeping company with...
They're with me. More importantly, what's happened here?
I'm really not sure. The city's foundations began to shift without warning, and now everything looks like this. We're all waiting for the Sovereign to tell us what's happening, but so far...
Avakir, listen to me. We're looking for the Forbidden Zone. Do you have any idea where we might find it?
The Forbidden Zone? What business could you possibly have there?
Trust me. The less you know, the better.
You're just the same as ever. I wish I could help, but what with the changed topography, I can barely locate my own home. Let alone the Forbidden Zone.
Very well. It looks like we'll have to find the way there ourselves.
Have you seen Faria yet?
No.
I see. Well, nothing much has changed with her. If anything, she's probably even more...
I can well imagine.
Why did you come back? You know it can only result in pain for you both.
I've no doubt of that.
You really are the same as ever. Fine, I understand.
I see Dohalim got a pass too.
And take care of yourself. Okay, Do?
No, this is gonna be interesting.
So who's Faria?
Law?
If what Avakir said is true, it would seem the people of Lenegis are being kept in the dark about what's happening down on Dana.
They seem to be just as clueless about what's going on up here in their own world. Despite the fact that it's actually here that the wedge originally came from.
We need more information. Let's talk to the citizens, see what we can find.
While we're at it, we can ask them about the Red Woman, too.
And don't forget about finding the way to the Forbidden Zone either.
Let's leave the talking to Shion. We can't have a bunch of Danins poking their noses around.
Good idea. I think that's for the best.
I shall assist.
You sure?
Being a lord on Lenegis has its advantages.
Right. Then we'll leave it to you two. The dead-ends among us should probably keep our heads down.
What if people freak out?
I shall explain it away by saying I'm leading you.
What are we, dogs?
What could be so important? It's worth destroying people's livelihoods and homes in the It's just... unbelievable. Uprooting an entire city as if it were mere building blocks.
From how it looks, they must be siphoning off astral energy from Dana, and then sending it to Rena.
But why do all this? What for? Surely they can't be using all that energy for the Crown Cup.
Whatever their purpose,
Possibly.
disrupting their siphoning process alone won't be sufficient. Not while we still don't know what their endgame is.
He's right. We need to stop this from happening.
This Forbidden Zone might be where we find some answers, right? So what are we waiting for?
You heard him. We don't have time to stop and chat.
Yeah, let's find this. I'm interested. Goddamn, all these skips.
So, I've been wondering, do you think when Lenegis was built, it was even made with people living here?
What do you mean?
Well, none of this happened by coincidence, right? They must have designed, but then, if they knew people were going to live here, you'd think they would have taken that into consideration to avoid...
Ordinarily, yes. Trust me, as far as we were concerned, Lenegis was our home, nothing more. No one knew about. It makes you wonder whether the city was just built on as an afterthought. But if so...
Sorry, that probably...
Not at all. Sometimes it takes an outsider's eye to help you notice what you've been missing all along. This place is a mystery, that's for sure. Something tells me we'll find answers where we're going, though.
Yeah, you're right, Xion.
Oh, dear me. What an unspeakable mess this has all become. Just look at the state of our city. Whatever did we do to deserve this?
You really have no clue what might have caused this?
Would that I have. Alas, there was no warning, no prior decree. His Highness must have deemed it unnecessary. We have no choice but to grin and bear it. But do my eyes deceive me? Could I really be standing in the presence of his lordship, Dohalim of the House Ilkaris? I believed he was on Dana.
Your eyes do not deceive you. It is I, one and the same. I have returned to fulfill a special duty. The details of...
As your lordship wishes. First, Lenegis mutates beyond recognition. Now this unexpected visit. The Sovereign's plans are inscrutable indeed. The Ilkaris house has produced a great many lords over the centuries. I shall be praying for your victory.
Your good wishes do me an honor.
This place is in need of it. Can I bother him?
Everything will be okay now.
I know the basics of healing arts, but my skills pale in comparison.
Your lordship! Oh, what a great honor it is to finally meet you. I descended to Dana during the last crown contest also. Alas, when the contender I was backing failed to clinch the title, I returned. I witnessed the deaths of so many slaves.
Indeed.
Sorry to interrupt, but we're looking for a woman dressed all in red. Have you seen anyone of that description?
All red, eh? No, I can't say I remember anyone like that. I imagine she'd stand out somewhat, too.
Yeah. What about down on Dana during the crown contest? You didn't see anyone like that hanging around the lord you were serving?
What's with all these questions? I've never seen her, okay? Not recently or otherwise. Why do you want to find her anyway?
Never mind. Forget I asked.
So she's a mystery to other Danas too. Fuck is this lady,
man? Is everything okay? You look a little lost.
Hmm? Oh, yes. I can't seem to find my way home is all. I was just about to make my umpteenth attempt at a new route.
I was hoping to head this way myself. The situation is a real pain, huh?
I suppose the Sovereign knows best. I daren't stay here too long, though. A lower caste can only linger around these parts for so long before I outstay my welcome. I was hoping to avoid it, but maybe I'll have to go that way after all.
You mean you know another way round?
Lord Dohalim Ilkaris! But how? Last I heard, you were in Dana competing in the crown contest.
Yes, strange, isn't it? If you know another route, we'd be grateful if you could tell us.
But of course. Please forgive me. There's a wall that sprung up ahead of here, with what looks to be an entrance in it. I thought maybe it was a passageway between the different quarters, but I've no way of knowing for sure.
It's worth investigating, at least. I shall go and assess the situation. In the meantime, wait for me here. If it looks safe, I'll come and let you know.
You'd really do that for me? A lord troubling himself for someone of my lowly status?
Our lot in life is of little consequence. We are both Renan, first—
Oh, why yes, my lord. Thank you.
Well, we've canvassed the city for information.
No one has the faintest idea what's happened to the city after all. They haven't heard the—
You'd think that info would easily find its way up here. Has it?
Not to this extent. Which would indicate that something's suppressing the truth. That Lenegis is under some kind of—
Given everything that's happened to their city, the people here seem—
Yeah. That one guy even said Zoogle had stopped listening to him. If that's true—
Everything that happens here is attributed to the Sovereign's will. It's the way people have been conditioned. Nothing happens devoid of a reason. To them, it's all part of the Sovereign's grand plan.
The Sovereign's plan. There is one thing I'm still not sure about. Just who is this person ruling over Lenegis?
The Sovereign, of course. He rules from Rena while presiding over both Rena and—
Without the lords or anyone in the middle doing his dirty work? Isn't Rena at least the same size as Dana? That's a pretty big dominion for one person to rule over. I would have thought ruling Lenegis alone would be difficult enough.
The points you make are valid, though I confess I'd never given it much thought before. Here, the Sovereign's total authority is as natural as night turning to day. Come to think of it, I know nothing of the nature of how Rena itself— Shion, have you ever been— No, forgive me. Have you met or crossed paths with, or even heard of someone who's actually made a visit to the homeland?
No, I haven't.
Neither have I. In which case, I would imagine that— But no, surely not. Can it really be that no citizen of Lenegis has ever been there?
Hold up, what are you getting at, Dohalim?
Assuming what I believe to be correct, it's possible that no one on Lenegis has ever laid eyes on the actual Renan homeworld itself. No one but the Sovereign, that is.
But what about trade and communication? There's got to be a flow.
Not if the Sovereign is imposing his will on Lenegis single-handedly. It could be a—
But I thought you said that the Sovereign's all the way over on Rena. If that's the case, can he really rule directly over Lenegis from so far? What if something were to happen to the city, like now?
I'm beginning to wonder what the nature of this Sovereign even is. Alphen said he was forced into the role, right? But Sovereign is also the title given to the almighty Renan ruler. So which one is it?
Whoever wins the crown contest inherits the throne from his or her predecessor, before becoming ruler over all of Rena and Lenegis. Thereafter, that individual is known as the Sovereign. Though, As for how Volron factors into all this, at this point, I no longer know what to believe.
3 centuries ago, I became the Sovereign here on Lenegis. No, not just became, I was forced to. Me. 300 years later, we cross paths with Volron, who also bears the Sovereign's crown. That's not the only thing we have in common. We both became Sovereign without winning the crown contest.
Do you think Volron was made Sovereign for the same reason? Because of that ceremony?
I can't say for sure, but it certainly sounds like it.
Dang, this game got so many questions that they probably won't build to the very damn end of the game.
One whose job it is to rule, and the other for ceremonial purposes. We never did see Volron's body back in Ganeth Heros. Is a new ceremony underway with Volron at its center this time? Could that be what's causing all this strange activity here?
Wait a second. You don't think Volron and the Red Woman are working together, do you? The ceremony can't go forward without the Renis Alma. The same one that the Red Woman stole.
There's something else the ceremony needs. A maiden. And unless there's another one out there aside from me...
Questions, questions, and yet more questions. Ones that it seems will remain unanswered.
If the Forbidden Zone really is off-limits to everyone but the Sovereign, that seems as good a place as any to start.
Then it's decided. That's...
One of the citizens mentioned a passage that she thought might lead to another section of the city. It could... Let's go find it! I didn't realize Renans oppressed their own kind, too.
And yet, weirdly, none of them seem to mind. Am I the only one who finds...
It is the way things have always been, so no one thinks to question it. You have experience in that regard yourself.
Unquestioning acceptance of your own servitude. Yeah.
Even so, the quality of life here seems much higher than any Danon city we visit. I used to think it was impossible to build an ideal society without wealth. But I suppose having it doesn't always mean people are treated fairly.
More to the point, not a single citizen seems to have even heard of the Red Woman.
What if she's not here? What if it turns out we're looking in the wrong...
It's still too early to say anything for sure.
For all we know, she might be able to blend in, move around unnoticed. I say we hold off judgment until we
Goddamn, y'all!
Tell me, Dohalim, has that skill of yours got a name?
And what skill would this be, pray tell?
You know, when you're talking to people around town. The way they suddenly become putty in your hands.
I'm afraid I don't quite follow.
I do. It's called friendly intimidation. Look imposing and speak in a deep, booming voice, and presto, you'll have people wrapped around your finger in...
I would never stoop to such scandalous tricks. Any feelings of intimidation are solely in the eye of the beholder.
So there is a knack to it! How do you learn it? Can anyone do it?
Now you've got me curious. Is there special training to master?
Let's see. An obsession with being elegant is a must. Oh, and it helps to be old-fashioned, too. Bonus points if you speak in a way no one can understand.
If you've a bone to pick with me, it'd be quicker to just come out and say it.
What? They look up to you, that's all. I'm just helping them along.
Hey! What's got into Alvin and Law all of a sudden?
I can barely understand a word they're saying. And what's with the weird poses? Was it something they...
I hope you're willing to take the blame for this one.
I wasn't expecting them to take me so seriously. I'll go and have a word with them.
Now that's funny. That was a funny skit.
With nobody left to run the show, I wonder what the people here are supposed to do. I mean, there's sovereigns up on the Renan homeworld, and all their lords were sent to Dana.
But Dohalim was a lord, right?
Only current acting lords have power. Renan society is quite strict about...
Even if the other lords were still around, I doubt they'd be able to do much about the situation.
I wonder what they'd think if they were here to see Lenegis now. Balsif, Ganabelt, Almadria, and Volron. Now that I think of it, aside from Dohalim, we know next to nothing about the other lords.
Well, yeah, why would we? To us Danans, they were just enemies we needed to overthrow. Nothing more.
I know. But seeing Renans in their own city, going about their day-to-day lives...
It feels strange to imagine the lords living here too, you mean?
Yeah, a little.
If you're that curious about them, why not try inquiring with some of the locals? Every lord in their household has their share of supporters here on Lenegis. And luckily for us, the people here are unaware of the events on Dana, which means they should be.
Okay. Is it just some extra clicks?
Yes!
Damn, we killed his ass.
Yes!
He dead now, bro. I don't know what to tell you.
Falstaff had it in him to care about someone other than himself? Really?
It's possible. A change in position can do much to alter one's perspective.
So even he might have had something he wanted to protect.
Yeah, he dead now. Hey, I'm all for Dohalims becoming the next sovereign, man. That's my boy.
I guess she intended to spread it throughout all of Lenegis then.
Good thing the lines were down so she couldn't.
It almost sounded like she was praising them too.
Maybe there was more to the guy than at first glance.
I shall refrain from commenting.
What?
Ganabelt was so horrible to people. Yet he was invested in helping Rena succeed. Doesn't that seem just a little inconsistent?
Yep.
I'm perhaps biased in this matter, I admit. However, in my mind, while all lords vie to become the next sovereign, they're also meant to serve as guardians of all of Rena.
It seems like Ganabelt also had people he cared about until the very end.
So why couldn't he extend that to us Danans?
This area doesn't look as badly damaged as that other district we went through.
Indeed. The effects of Lenegis' transformation appear to be less pronounced.
Pardon me.
I guess her willingness to stoop to any low came from a survival of the fittest worldview.
And some people here not only shared her belief, but championed it as morally right, too.
That doesn't make it true. Too bad they couldn't see through her.
Yeah.
Ridiculous. Okay.
Seems like the people on Lenegis don't really know much about Volron either.
I remember being quite surprised when the Lord of Ganeth Harrows changed so abruptly.
Didn't you have any doubts that something suspicious was going on?
On the contrary. Remember, we Renans are raised to accept everything at face value.
When you think about it, the families of Renan lords must see them differently than the rest of us.
Yeah, despite the brutality they're known for.
They must have had a lot on their shoulders, carrying all the weight and responsibilities of Renan society.
Renans live in a world where strength and power determine their position in the social hierarchy, so they tend to grow up fiercely competitive. But their loyalty to their people is also strong. It's what brings them together against outside forces, and nothing exemplifies that more than the Lords.
That's what makes them the guardians of all of Rena, so to speak.
Right. It's the same reason Balsif hated my guts, and Ganabelt went after you. Because we're threats to Rena.
Guess that makes you an even bigger oddball than we thought.
So, Alphen, have you gained anything from all of this?
Yeah. I think it's made me realize that the Lords were all people, too. Balsif and the others, they all had their own circumstances to deal with as they went through life.
Yeah, but still, just because they had loved ones in their lives doesn't mean...
I know. What they did was horrible. I'm not trying to dispute that. But at the same time, they weren't incomprehensible monsters either. They were individuals, just like the rest of us. So I guess what I'm trying to say is...
You're saying that they weren't bad because they were Renans, or because they were terrible monsters. Even if they did terrible things, they were still just people.
Renwell.
Am I wrong?
Not at all.
Being a Danan doesn't make you a good person. And being a Renan doesn't make you a bad one. I think that's something we've all seen.
Shion and Dohalim definitely make a good case for it.
And I'm going to keep doing my best to make sure I earn that trust. As a fellow human being above all else.
What's this thing?
Got some grape jam.
There's something I just don't get.
What is it?
The crown contest itself has always gone ahead as planned, right? In which case, the current sovereign of Rena should be whoever it was that won the previous contest.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So, who was it then?
Hanfricht Milgras, the former lord of Cislodia, if memory serves.
So then this Hanfricht whatchamacallem, he's the current ruler of Rena?
The last I heard, yes. Though, admittedly, I haven't actually seen him since the end.
You're saying that ever since becoming sovereign, he's never actually shown himself on Lenegis?
I guess over holocom maybe, but not in the flesh. Same thing goes for the sovereign that came before him.
Now that you mention it, I don't recall anyone ever visiting Lenegis from the motherland, sovereign or otherwise.
And that never struck you as a little bit odd?
When you live here, it's as if you're conditioned not to notice all these strange quirks and discrepancies. The question is then, by whom?
A new Renis Alma is supposedly created to coincide with every crown contest, meaning each victor is awarded. In other words, if that's true, there should be as many of the things out there as there have been contests.
True, but going on what we witnessed in Pelagian, it didn't look like the sort of thing that could be made to order. But if even the victor's speeches have been part of some grand deception, then where are they? Quite frankly, I'm not even sure what to believe anymore.
You and me both.
Shit, they might
Though
be
we
dead.
are Renin by blood, neither of us even knew that such a thing as a Dark Master Core
like
existed,
give something
remember?
as a
With any
sacrifice
luck,
or some shit.
the Forbidden Zone might give us some answers.
No use standing around here chatting about it then.
Yeah, stop talking. Let's go. We need to figure out what the fuck going on in this game.
Doe?
Faria.
Varia? Isn't that the person that Avakir guy was...
But why are you here? Wait. Don't tell me you've given up on the crown contest and come crawling back home from Dana already. Nothing to say? Even though you were willing to kill Tarnigan to secure your position as Lord, you still...
Kill?
I'm here to take care of something. If you wish to continue this conversation, I only ask that you wait until I'm finished.
Oh, of course. You always did prefer to take the coward's way out. Even after 7 years and living on that Danon rock, you haven't changed one bit. But let me tell you, I haven't changed either. Not a day's gone by the past 7 years that I haven't hated you.
If killing me will bring you peace, then so be it.
Dohalim, what the hell are you saying?
First, I have business to take care of. If it's vengeance you seek, I will grant you it. But you must wait. My sins are legion. Let me finish what I came to do. Then you have my word. I will let you do whatever brings you peace.
Sure, that's it. Run away like always. You don't even have the courage to die. No wonder you leave it to someone else. You're just a coward!
Oh shit. That's creepy. What the fuck? What the fuck? That's creepy.
Dohalim.
I apologize that you had to witness that.
Is it true? What she said about you killing someone?
Each of us have our pasts. I am no exception.
Before, back in Menancia, you mentioned having taken a friend's life over the throne. Is that what she meant?
The mistakes I made there were not my first, and may not be my last. I will say no more.
Did you mean what you said? About letting her take your life if she wanted to?
She has more right to my life than anyone.
But you can't just...
Whatever happens, I have sworn to put an end to the crown contest and to ensure continued coexistence in Menancia. I have no intention of expiring before I do so. There are far too many questions I still seek answers to. Besides, you have just as much reason to kill me as she does.
Dohalim!
Forgive me. Some things are best left unsaid.
Dohalim is a dope character, man. Like, he could be morbid at times, but that motherfucker be speaking, man. Like, she talking about, man, that nigga going through it. Like, real talk, he is going through his past, man. Yeah, this game deep. This game deep, man.
What's this thing?
This is beautiful.
Yeah. It must be some sort of rest and leisure area for the locals.
You think? Man, these Renan sure know how to live it up, don't they?
Is something the matter, Dohalim?
Before I went down to Dana, my friends and I, we used to gather at this very spot and play music together. Avakir, Faria, and Tarnagan. That was a lifetime ago now.
Tarnagan. He was the one that Faria mentioned, right?
He was once my dearest, closest friend. As well as Faria's betrothed. Despite Faria's lower-class upbringing, she possesses a tremendous talent for music. Entranced by her playing, I helped her overcome her sense of inferiority and introduced her to Tarnagan and Avakir. It was a time of great joy. 4 people bound only by their love of music, with no care for social standing. Only the next song, the next melody.
A friendship based on mutual respect, and a society where everyone is a prisoner to their social class. You really are different, Dohalim.
I suppose it's natural you would see it as strange.
I would have, once. Now, I think the idea of breaking away from society's constraints and choosing your friends based solely on affection is something beautiful that's worth cherishing. Besides, it was that way of looking at the world that laid the foundations for coexistence in Menancia.
Your praise does me too great an honor. I was merely following the wishes of my own heart. And even then, it only lasted until the crown contest began. After that, Tarnagan and I became fierce competitors for the position of Lord. Tarnagan had fallen for Faria. By becoming Lord, he aimed to wrest her from her humble origins and raise her to the highest echelons of society. But fate was not so benevolent.
What happened?
Tarnagan was no match for me in combat. On a level playing field, he wouldn't have stood a chance. But he was desperate and low on options, and he couldn't stand the thought of defeat.
You mean he resorted to dirty tactics to try to win, right? But then why does Faria think... Wait. Don't tell me she doesn't know.
How could I tell her? Combined with the trauma of losing her beloved, and by her friend's hand, no less, she would have been devastated.
So instead you let her go on hating you, so she could use that hate as a crutch for her grief?
That's not the same as running away, though.
It is exactly the same. Unable to face the loss of my friend and the burden of my duty. Instead, I decried my fate and looked away from what I'd done. As for what happened after, that you already know.
But if you hadn't become Lord, Menancia wouldn't be what it is now. The Danans there would still be suffering under Renan oppression like before.
Shion's right. What other Lord would have treated me as you did? Anyone else and I would have been dead long ago. You've saved so many people, Dohalim. You saved me. It's thanks to you that I'm here today. So, try not to blame yourself. The burden you've placed on your own shoulders is too much for anyone to bear.
Frank as always. But I shall do my best to heed your advice.
Do you think he'll be all right?
Yeah, I think so. He's got Kisara.
It's important to have someone like that.
I didn't realize how difficult it is just to be there for someone.
Sometimes just knowing someone's on your side can be enough. And he knows, Shion. I promise he does.
I hope you're right. Alphen.
Yeah?
I never appreciated until recently just how much you were always there to support me.
It goes both ways. You've helped me keep going more times than I can count.
Maybe, but I still wanted to say thank you.
I see a medic and supply officer over there. If they know you're with me, they'll likely offer their assistance.
Ooh, finally a different weapon. Too bad I can't get it. I can't get none of this. Ooh. We can't get none of this shit, bro. Let's see what we getting into first. So that was all very interesting. Oh wait. Oh well, fuck.
Damn it. Lenegis soldiers.
Any way we can avoid fighting them?
That all depends on them. Whatever happens, be ready.
Well,
so much for they just went into the fight.
I am Lord Dohalim of Elder Menancia. I command you.
The rest of the city must be erased.
No. Have they been brainwashed too?
Brainwashed or not, if they want to fight, they got one.
Its armor's too strong.
Be my guest. I owe you one. I'm not done. Swallow blade.
Bitch!
Take this.
Ow, Alpha, face the...
Coming through.
Like, Alpha, face the right way, goddamn.
Scarlet Inferno.
Will this help?
An astral arc?
That's my cue.
Shut him down.
Now you see what I can do!
My steel? Here I come! Swirler blade!
Searing temperature. Attack Thunderwell! Tornado!
Swirler blade! Engage!
Man, they easily need these big ass swords, dude.
More where that came from!
Try harder! My God! We're not finished!
Glacial Spear! Here's Zero! More where that came from!
You're mine!
Another incantation ruined.
Now! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Water!
Vacuum blade! Let it drop! You're mine!
Shit!
Our arts are being interrupted.
Breaking storm! More where that came from! Here goes! Ice prison! Astral energy!
Say no more!
They had him in the air, bro. They had his ass in the air. He couldn't do shit.
Those soldiers seem different from the citizens we've come across.
Yeah, they weren't big talkers, that's for sure. They just attacked.
They weren't in the least bit fazed by Dohalims' presence either.
Indeed. They seem to recognize us, and yet, traditionally, Lenegis hasn't been high on threats. A few frenzied Zeugles during experiments here and there.
Their glazed-over eyes reminded me of the soldiers and slaves we met back in Ganath Harros.
I've never seen anything like that here on Lenegis before.
Maybe someone doesn't want us here, and the soldiers are their way of letting us know.
What with the Red Woman, the Sovereign, and Volron, we're starting to develop quite the growing list of adversaries. At least we'll know to keep our wits about it.
I'm curious to who the Sovereign is. Alright, so we know what we're dealing with now. Ooh, they get quite a few experiences. Alright, so let's rest and use a fish dish.
Thanks for waiting. Eat it.
Alright, so that way we can have that and then like see what the fuck. Those dudes is kinda tough, man. Oh, you fucking kidding me? What is that? Got green zoom.
Get lost!
Air pressure! Resonate with the earth! Stalagmite! Take this!
Can run rings around us! Raging cascade!
Radiant light! Force of regeneration! I'm ready! Too fast! Commander of Heaven! Phoenix Cyclone! Stalagmite! Hurricane Flood! Searing Gale!
I'll be safe!
Coming through! Ha! No! Scarlet Inferno! Here I come!
Get his ass, get his ass. Oh, he almost did.
Strike! Vacuum blade! Dragon form!
No retreat!
You're mine!
Glacial Spear! Here's evil! Holy Land! Freeze Dancer!
No escape!
With this, I can become even stronger!
Oh, we need to fight some more of those, we probably need to kill this thing, though.
An opponent like this should be easy.
Lunar Corruption! Raging
Dragon form!
As if the normal creepy crawlies aren't disgusting enough.
Here I come!
Illuminate the top! Take this!
Can you take it?
Here's a healing ring! First aid!
I'll thank you.
Radiant blood! Be still! Here's a healing activity! First aid! Take this! Dragon swarm! In here! Take this! No escape! Rising! Here I go! It's over! Damn it! Take this! Dragon swarm! Explosive light! Here I come! Dragon swarm! Lightning thrust! Take this! Vacuum blade! Resonate with the earth! No escape! Burn in hell! Hurricane thrust! Searing gale! Take this! Negative gale! Polar blade! Be still!
I tried to dodge again.
He who prepares is free. Another incantation ruin. He who prepares no further.
Here I come! Here's a healing
Dazzle! Instinct shot! Elusive deity!
Searing gale!
Begin!
Coming through! Ha! Melt! Scarlet Inferno! Lunar corruption! You're mine! I'm not done!
I'll thank you.
Here I come! Dazzle! You're mine! Crush! Tear! Soaring light spear! Rising fountain! You're mine!
Lunar blast!
Back into the fray! Illuminate the radiant! Here! I'm not done! Lightning thrust! I owe you one! Tear! The flame inside me! Yours! I have no limits!
No charge like that can't easily.
Fucker! He came right after me too. He came right after me. A little bit.
Just as well, I'm here to stop it.
Being interrupted. Don't suffer in silence.
Lightning thrust! Rising! My turn! Try harder! Not a chance! It's on!
Back into the fray! Air thrust!
Everlasting sun. Shine.
You're
Radiant light. Force of regeneration.
Reload! Here I come! I'm not done! Explosive river!
Astral energy!
Say no more!
Fuck that thing, man.
We can really make weapons with this?
Let's see what got.
I see one, eh?
No further.
You're mine! I'm not done! Triple!
True gunslinger around here.
For my lord!
Illuminate the dark!
Take this! Dragon swarm!
Stalagmite.
Soaring alpha! Dazzle! Rising sun! Infernal distance!
In the wind! Air thrust! Photon
You're mine.
Here I come!
Its armor's too strong.
Split it open! Be my guest! There! Coming through! Ha!
Just kill that damn thing.
Scarlet Inferno!
Shine. Radiant light.
No escape! Fire support! Take this! Dragon swarm! There!
Do it!
Chill!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished! My turn! No escape! There! Dazzle! Take this!
Oh, bitch ass!
Armor won't save you.
My shield!
Easy and slow. Yeah. I'm ready.
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished! Not a chance!
Arctic waterfall!
Vacuum blades!
Field!
Be still!
Harvest
I'm ready! Kisara! Commander of Heaven! Phoenix Cyclone!
Man.
Small, but a victory nonetheless.
We have a long way yet to go.
We just need to stay fighting in this bitch.
Right, here you go! You got spirit! Can't get out of bed!
They really don't give up, do they?
Now you'll learn! Flaming thrust! I have no limit! Wheels aren't due!
You'll soon see about that.
Vacuum blade! Coming through! Ha!
I thought for sure that would have been like
Scarlet Inferno! No! Anything in armor is all right! I'll blind you with a blast! Here I come! Eagle Ray! Be still! You're mine! Right! Shine! Radiant light!
Raging
Here I come!
Radiant here! Razor Cyclone!
Here I come! No escape! Shine! Radiant light! Flaming regeneration! I'm not done! Soaring light spear! Rising! Try this! Allow me to Infernal Torrent! Ignite! Resistance got you! Here I come! Down on this! Try harder! Not a chance! I'm not done! There! Be still! Here I come! I'm not done! Kisara! Commander of Heaven! Phoenix Cyclone!
oh, it was already dead.
Any injuries?
Wait, hold up, bro. I'm about to say this place long.
Those soldiers don't seem to have any qualms about attacking on sight.
Is someone making them...
I won't forgive you!
Here I come! No escape! Here I come! Try harder! You're mine! Be still! You're finished! Here I come!
Can you take it?
Dragon Swarm! Try this! Shine! Radiant light! Full regeneration! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
I'll heal you all!
Thanks!
Here's healing!
You're mine! Castle activity! Dragon Swarm!
Dating pile driver! Begin!
Here I come!
In here!
Castle! Here I come! No escape!
Reflect!
Feeling gale!
They... Shine! Radiant light!
Regeneration! This one keeps charging us!
That's what my shield's for. Get behind me.
Got it! I'll leave it to you! I'm nearly done for. I'm not done! There! The flaming... Coming through! Ha!
Yeah, I keep getting in the overdrive.
Scarlet Inferno!
Here I go! One more!
Try harder! Not a chance! I'm not done! Dragon Swarm! Flaming Thrust! Soaring not today! Hurricane Thrust! Searing Gale! Thrust! Vacuum Blade! Dazzle! You're mine! Dragon Swarm!
Bloody howling!
Vacuum Blade! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Shine! Radiant light! Force of regeneration!
Far enough! Here I come!
I did this one late.
Everlasting scope!
Flaming Thrust! Here I come! Thrust!
Raising you apart!
Here I come! Be still!
No more playing nice! I'll heal you all!
Tear!
I'll be saving this one!
Searing
Healing circle!
Sorry to trouble you.
Can I not die?
Freeze laser!
my dodge button break? What the hell?
The flame inside me, yours to be let free.
Hold up, bro. My dodge button jacket. That's crazy. I'm gonna have to look at that later.
It's uppercut slash. Here I come. Onward war. Thanks. Dazzle. Rising Falcon. Ripping you apart. You're mine. Dazzle. Bloody hell. Seek help. Vacuum blade.
No more playing nice.
Elusive deity. You're mine. Soaring blast. Here I come. I'll take you. Here I come. Shine. Radiant light.
Astral energy.
Say no more.
I need to be stronger.
That's crazy. They just happened out of nowhere. That's crazy, yo. It's like it got taken off of the what you call it. And these these PS5 joysticks are not cheap. That's crazy. Hold on, I'm gonna try it again. Wait, hold on. I should be able to do it inside the menu. I'm gonna try it again. Hold on, I'm going down the way.
Get lost! Fire's a passion! Just what I need! I don't even know the word.
I won't show you any mercy! Bring him down!
One more! It's time to finish
Yep,
this!
this button is like so jacked up.
Consuming wildfire!
Look at that. He's not dodging out. I don't know what the hell is going on with that trigger. Man, fuck, man. That's annoying. And this one's button is like.
Just what the doctor ordered.
Be still!
Like this square button is kind
Consider
of.
yourself finished. My turn.
Here goes.
Vacuum blade. Dazzle. You're mine. No escape. Soaring left spear. Rising. Take this. No further.
Here I
come. No escape.
Can you take it?
Catapult.
Do it.
Dohalims. In an instant. Impact block. My turn. Strike.
Illuminate the
Here I come.
Negative
Armor won't save you.
Frozen.
Hammer. Not here.
Now. First aid. Frozen.
Hammer.
Man, I am so heartbroken by it.
Am I on a roll or what?
Well,
I am really, really heartbroken by that, y'all.
look who's in a bright and shiny mood.
Why are these assholes in here?
I won't forgive you.
Destruction courses this way!
I'm not done!
Searing flame!
Dance on the way!
Searing flame!
You're mine! I'm not...
Your reflexes will not serve you well.
Man, let's kill these little ones first.
Lightning condensed! Thunderblade!
I'm not done!
Illuminate the sky!
Begin! Dance on the way!
Here I come! Dragon Swarm!
Healing circle! Stay!
Be still! I'm not done!
Illuminate the sky!
Time to let it rip!
Holy Lamp!
Execution! Can't get out of this! Anything in armor is all mine!
Dragon Swarm!
Radiant light!
Vacuum blade!
Regenerate!
Hear my call!
Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno! Now! Here I come!
Hear me! Flame of
Strike!
spirit!
Take this!
Glacial spear!
It's over!
I spent money on the whole new good.
Vacuum blade!
Here, let me help!
Be still!
First aid!
Take this!
Now!
Remote!
Astral energy!
Say no more! Not a chance! I'm not done! You're mine! No escape! Fearing gale!
Light astral energy! More without heat!
You're mine! Slash! Vacuum blade! Dazzle! You're mine!
Oh, violent guardian! Now through all!
Eat this!
It's time to finish this! Die! Consuming wildfire!
Lightning!
You're mine! You're finished! Slash! Dragon Swarm! I'm ready! Take this! Soaring blast!
I'm out of seconds!
Dragon Swarm!
Resonate with the earth!
I'm ready! Blade!
Astral energy!
Say no more!
I'm so very disappointed.
That was a little close for comfort.
That controller said, oh, I'm gonna break through.
Let's see what you've got.
Who we should take out first?
Force in this blade! You give me no choice!
You're mine! Thanks! You're mine! Here I come!
Here's a healing
Fire support! Coming through!
Oh, what? Come on!
Now! Scarlet Inferno! This one's all mine!
Magic is there!
Now you see what I can do!
My shield! Try harder! Not a chance!
More without heat!
Try harder! Not a chance!
Down on the ground! Thank you!
Here I come! No escape! Vacuum blade! Be still!
Resonate with the earth!
Not today! Take this! Swallow blade!
I'm all stuffed up!
Incineration blade! River!
Astral energy!
Say no more!
Here, let me
Not a chance! Strike!
First aid!
Demon blast!
Lightning orb!
Here! Shine!
Vacuum blade! No
Hear
further!
my call!
Spread!
Spread! Here! Flame water! Hear my call!
Regeneration!
A new lease on life! Too much to handle? Water! Hear my call! Air spread!
Incineration blade!
Here's evil! Freeze
It's
laser!
over! I'm ready! This one's
Here, let me help! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
My exploits are bearing fruit.
Dude, I'm pissed. Golly, man.
This must be it. The entrance to the Forbidden Zone.
But it's just a wall. How do we get through?
Whoa, we? I thought this was Sovereigns only.
Alphen.
That shit worked.
It opened!
Interesting. If Alphen's presence still opens the way, it would seem the Sovereign of 3 centuries ago and now are considered one and the same.
What?
What the?
Alphen.
You again.
Tomorrow's the spirit channeling ceremony. We'll finally play our parts as the Sovereign and Maiden. How have you been feeling?
What am I sovereign of? Shuffled from lab to lab, always treated like an experiment. Whenever they look at me, all they see is a Danon. I don't even know what their precious ceremony's for, let alone what they're going to force me to do as the Sovereign. Tell me, if we're both in the same boat, why do you seem so calm right now?
No choice. Becoming the Maiden's not something I wanted for myself. But they said Rena's prosperity depended on it. How could I say no after that?
Still, as a Renan, at least you got to decide. Good for you. Meanwhile, I was taken from my homeland. You aren't the captive one here.
It isn't right what they did to you, and I'm sorry for what it's worth. When this is over, I swear I'll help you get home. I can't do this alone. One more day.
How could I say no to that? It's not like I have any choice in the matter anyway. So, what's your name?
It's Naori. Naori Imaris. Try to remember this time.
You don't act like them. Like the other Renans, I mean. How come you treat me like a person?
Because you are. It's true we come from different worlds. But neither one of us asked to be here right now. In that sense, you and I are much the same. We couldn't do this. We wouldn't be able to talk to each other as people if we didn't see the humanity in each other. So I suppose the question you should be asking is, why wouldn't I treat you like one?
You're not like the others.
Maybe they're not like me.
Here's what we'll do. We give them their damn ceremony. You get me to Dana. That'll be the end of it.
Here's my word now, because it looks like...
I'm taking you at your word on this. I'm trusting you, not them. Naori.
That was a nice little memory.
What the hell just happened?
That vision. Did everyone else see it too?
That person Alphen was speaking to.
It was Naori. Naori Imaris. Isn't that right?
Why do they have a vision,
Yeah,
though?
that's right.
She really does look like Shion. I'm beginning to see why Alphen was so confused.
That's all very well and fine, but what did we just witness exactly? It was too real to be a mere hallucination.
It was a conversation we had 300 years ago. The night before the ceremony.
You mean all of that really happened? We just saw an episode straight out of your past?
But how is that even possible? Unless... Could this be the...
No, I don't think so.
Why not?
You guys didn't feel it? The moment the entrance opened, it was like a stream of Danon astral energy rushing over us.
I felt it too. Not for the first time either. It was the same sensation as back inside the wedge.
That would make sense. After all, vast amounts of Dana's astral energy were being siphoned and sent up here to Lenegis, for all we know. Perhaps we're close to the spot where all that energy was stored.
So you think it might have been the energy itself that was responsible for that vision we just saw? But how?
We have no way of knowing. Maybe it's not even as deliberate as all that.
Shion, you okay?
Yeah. It was all just a little sudden. That's all. So that was my ancestor, huh?
Yeah, there certainly is a resemblance.
What about you? How...
Me?
Even putting aside the question of where that vision came from, it's likely we're reliving painful episodes from your past.
I can't just pretend like the past never happened. Besides, if it helps us uncover the truth of what that ceremony really was, it might also lead to answers about your...
Alphen.
That's not all. This whole time, we've been fighting to free Dana from the Renans. But now that we're here, it seems those same Renans might have... I'd like to liberate them too, if I can. Which is just another reason I can't afford to shield my...
Whether you're on Dana or somewhere else, you always stay the same. Your indignation and righteous passion. Your desire to free... Not that I'm complaining. Come on, let's bust this thing wide open.
Nobody's here.
Stay sharp. After that last illusion, there's no telling what could happen in here.
Alright, I'm gonna try this again. Oh, fuck, a battle? Alright, let's fight a little bit more. Do they have... Fuck, they ain't got no damn save spot. Ugh. I'm not going in there until I level up my weapons. I'm gonna try to battle again, man. See if my controller ain't acting all janky.
We've reached our destination.
Let's see if I can get any other items. Forging weapons. I still can't make an atonement edge? What the fuck? Looks like I made that. I wanna make the atonement edge though. Where do I get the mega fauna bone from?
Checked your equipment lately?
Alright, let me try this shit again, bro.
Get lost! Fire's a passion!
Yeah, I can walk.
Dragon Swarm! Violent starting wind! Come on, in here! Here, let me help!
That is so weird, bro. If I do it backwards,
another incantation.
Yeah, I don't know. That's gay. I'm mad about that. I'm mad.
Take this! Swallow blade! There! Coming through!
Come on, that should have been what's called.
Now! Scarlet Inferno! Not a chance!
Leave the ensnaring to me.
Yeah! And bubbling to me!
Dragon Swarm! We did it!
Down on the ground!
I'm ready! Commander of Heaven! Phoenix Cyclone! Not scared to be seen! No escape! Hurricane Thrust! Air pressure! Feeling gale!
Do it! Astral energy!
Say no more!
Looks like we got them all.
Anything I can sell? Oh, I can sell those platinum doll tags. Okay, yeah, I can fight for those. So these guys have probably not too much different than what I got. Alright, what time is it? 10:42. Kind of interested to see what boss is about to be in here. Let's see my items. Alright, what we're gonna do, we'll do one more go around and then do it from there.
Get lost!
You're mine!
All he gives me is like,
I'm not done! Turn to crossblade! Flaming thrust! Hurricane thrust! Eagle ray! Fearing gale! You're finished! Eat this! You're mine! Thrust! Vacuum blade! Incineration blade! I'm not done! And I'm not! I owe you one! Here I come! No escape! Tear! Tear! Stalagmite! Thrust! Raising you apart! Bloody howling! Flaming thrust! I'm not done! Negative gate! Feeling gale!
I couldn't make it in time.
like, how the fuck she died, bro?
I still got some.
Here I come! I'm not done! Searing gale!
Benediction light.
Only
You're mine!
sunlight.
Crush!
Hear me! Flame of fury!
Take this!
Shine!
We're not done!
Here's the
Full
evil flame!
regeneration!
Freeze flame now! I'll be taking this way!
Dazzle! You're mine! I'm not done! Searing gale!
Get to the wind! Here's a healing drop! Lightning! Blah, blah, blah!
Back to the flame inside me! Yours! If you let free! Can you take it? Here I come! Dragon Form!
Radiant Thunder!
Flaming thrust! You picked the wrong fight! Begin!
Lightning condemned!
Take this!
Thunder!
No escape!
Aelin! Blah, blah, blah!
Searing gale!
Need to pull myself together!
You're mine!
Sorry, Newcomer.
We do the same for Moonlight!
Incineration wave!
I'm out of ammo!
Not a chance! Try harder! Not a chance! Heal! Thrust! Try harder!
Charges that could easily be fatal.
Just as well, I'm here to stop.
Behold! The Earth pulse! Tectonic vision!
Take this!
Water, hear my
Here I come!
Here!
Can you take it?
You're mine! Dazzle!
Searing flame!
Lightning!
I'm out of ammo! Reverse aim!
Here I come!
Raging cascade!
And I'm not!
Not going to break the
Lightning thrust!
Lightning condemned! Hear my thunder!
shine! Radiant light! Full
You're mine!
regeneration!
Thrust! Back! I'm ready! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
That'll teach us for getting cocky.
Well, I fucked up because, yeah, I'm supposed to heal up first. Are they gonna chase me all the way out here? Damn, I wish I could teleport back to the beginning of that place, man. Cause I know they about to maybe fight something. I just don't know what. Man, fuck it. Let's just go and kill him, whatever it is. I need more life cells first of all. These silver trees. Oh, they said heavy trees too. I can't catch a break in this damn game.
Did we really just spend that much money?
Level 43. A lot of shit in here has been like level 44 and shit, so I don't know, bro. Oh shit, fuck! Got to heal you. It's only 10:47. We got time to do one more.
Looks perfect.
I'm mad about my joystick, man. Well, they're gonna have a sale on PS5 joystick. Those damn things are $80, y'all. Fucking trigger, man. Okay, a lot of stuff don't respond. Just fight with everything.
How long are we gonna keep this up for exactly?
Hurricane Thrust! Let us go! On your way. Leave the ensnaring to me.
Yeah!
I'm sorry to trouble you.
Just what I needed!
I'm ready!
Astral energy!
Say no more! Now! You're mine!
Lightning!
In a bind?
Annihilation!
Nothing gets by me! On your vacuum blade!
Raging storm!
Incineration wave! Raising you apart! Take this! Dragon Force!
Now! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Lightning!
No, you can't!
Arcade waterfall!
Rising Soaring blast! Try harder!
Magic advance! Seal! Do it!
Kisara! Commander of Heaven! Phoenix Cyclone!
Nice. No scratches on my shield or my armor.
Shit, they really don't have you fight too many of those soldier dudes. Damn, they really don't. Fight. Alright, let's see what's in here, man. Shit. Game pissed me off. I would have to probably like back out all the way to whatever area that I was in order to like fucking take care of like whatever. let's see what we fighting. 9 out of 10 is gonna be a Zulu.
Faria, how did you get in here?
Wait, something about her isn't right.
What's wrong with her? She doesn't even seem to know where she is.
Yeah, you're right. She looks just like the soldiers we encountered outside.
Look, man. Some of the gargoyle.
A summoning?
But that's preposterous. She never had that kind of power when...
We can talk later. Here it comes!
What? I've never known Faria to control bugles like that before.
How about with a stone that looks suspiciously like a master sword?
Where did she get her hands on that?
First we handled the Dougal. Then we kept the man.
Go for the weak point!
This one keeps charging us!
That's what my shield's for. Get behind me.
Done! I'll leave it to you!
Dance on the wind.
Healing circle!
On your knees.
Illuminate my pole!
Lightning thrust! Air thrust!
Glacial video! Pierce evil!
Dragon swarm! Explosive ring!
Just what I needed!
Can you take it? Swallow blade! Dazzle!
Hey, you a bitch.
I'm nearly done for.
Regenerate.
Lightning orb! Lightning condemned! I'm out of ammo! Illuminate magic
It's over! Soaring blast! Incineration wave!
I'll heal you all!
No escape!
Healing circle!
Burn in hell!
Soaring blast!
Eagle Dragon
Raise us together!
Try this down on the ground!
Annihilation! Lightning
Benediction light.
I owe you!
I'm out of it! Back into the fray! Annihilation!
It's over!
Elusive deity! Lightning raging cascade!
Here I come!
Steel!
Truck! Be still!
It's weakened!
This ends now! Vacuum blade!
Lightning orb!
Can you take it?
Incineration wave!
Healing circle!
I owe you one!
I'm sorry to trouble.
In here!
You're finished!
I'll baby Mega ray!
Here I come! No escape!
Tempest swirl!
Try harder! My turn!
Raging
I'm not
cascade!
done!
Radiant light.
Freeze land!
Regeneration! Struck!
Regenerate!
Be still! Try harder!
Lunar
My
corruption!
turn! Take it!
Illuminate the
Sealing down!
Holy
Time to let it rip! Take this!
Regenerate!
Here I come!
Let us take to the fray.
There!
Lightning condemned!
Incineration wave!
Illuminate the dark!
This one's all mine!
Holy
Regenerate! Dragon swarm!
Another incantation.
Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Here, let me help! Now!
Remote!
Astral energy!
Say no more!
Shine.
Here I come! Down!
Regenerate.
Sleep now!
Incineration wave! You're mine!
That move!
Here comes the big...
Hold up, dog. Hold up. Hold up.
Here's the healing orb!
Black and flame.
Take this!
Raging storm! Pierce evil! Freeze plasma blast!
Dazzle!
Sleep now!
You're mine! Lewis, get
I'll be saving this one!
Alright, man, how did that fucking shit still hit?
Vacuum blade! Incineration wave! Here I come! Lightning
Here I come! I'm not done! Try harder! My turn! You're mine! Take this! Dance on the way! Dragon Swarm! Explosive ring!
Can
you take it?
Feel! What?
Throw it! Cousin Flash!
Let me help.
You're mine! You're finished! You're mine! Eating pile driver! Aerial gas!
Here's a healing
You're mine! I'm not done! Eat this! Take this! No escape! Down on the ground! Tornado drive! Incineration wave! It's wide open!
It won't escape me!
Dragon Swarm! Try this! Try harder! Not a chance!
Let us take to the
We've got him on the run! Right. Still anyone's fight! Dragon Swarm! Lightning thrust! I'm not down on the ground!
Behold! The Earth pulse! Tectonic fission!
Take this!
It's about to strike!
Didn't I buy a couple? I ain't buy no damn trees.
It's in your hands.
everyone!
Oh shit, don't leave, dude.
I'll bring you back from death.
Out of the woods.
Here I come!
Here I go!
I owe you one.
Glacial Spear! Here's evil! Shiny Super!
Yeah, because I think she used the I was trying to dodge like a mug. Still aiming for me.
Here I come! You're mine! I'm not done! Down on the ground! Crush! Soaring blast!
Fucking Rimwell, dog.
Here I come! I owe you one! You're finished!
That'll bring you down. I'll heal you also.
Take this! I'm not done! Not today! You're mine! Fast blade! I owe you one! Incineration wave!
Astral energy!
Say no more!
Now it's just her! Faria, can you hear me? Faria!
She's preparing another summoning!
The art she's casting is way too powerful to control. At this rate, her body won't be able to take much more. Dohalims!
Forgive me.
Man, I thought we were goners.
Everything okay?
Yes. She's only unconscious.
Not her. I meant you.
Shion, please. Can you treat her?
I can try, but I can't promise she'll be back to her real self when she wakes up. All I can do is heal her physically.
We're not even supposed to be in here. Maybe it'd be better if we moved her to somewhere a little safer. Don't you think?
In that case...
I'll take her off your hands.
You?
Avakir, what are you doing here?
I was curious what you were up to, so I took the liberty of following you to find out. I overheard what you said about Tarnigan, about how he really died. I'm sorry, I had no idea.
And you believed me? What makes you so sure I wasn't lying?
I like to think I know you a little better than that.
I was about to say the
Dohalim.
same thing.
Give me some credit. I'll take Faria. Leave her with me. I know better than to ask what you're up to. But whatever it is, I hope it all works out.
Thank you.
He seems like a good friend.
He hasn't changed. He never was one to stand out. Instead, he was always hanging back, worrying about everyone else. As for Faria, it's always the closest to me who get hurt.
You don't seriously blame yourself for what happened to her, do you?
Somebody got to her, to strike back at me. Someone who knew me well enough to know that I'd hesitate to fight back. And the same goes for you as well. Neither you nor Faria would have lost loved ones if it wasn't for me.
You're wrong. Kelzelik was the one who killed my brother, under orders from Almadria. As for Tarnigan, if it weren't for the crown contest, he'd still be alive. That and the whole damn hierarchy that makes it possible. But that's why we're fighting. To put an end to this whole messed up system that treats people as expendable.
Indeed. Ridding society of this blight is really the only way I know how to atone for my sins.
You can't atone, Dohalim. I know it hurts to hear, but those people are dead. No amount of soul-searching or trying to make amends is going to change that. Forgiveness, acceptance, those ships have sailed.
So I just forget the harm I caused?
No, the opposite, in fact. You remember, you never forget. You keep it in your heart always. Not for those already passed, but for those still alive.
For those still alive.
Kisara's right. So long as we've still got breath in our bodies, we can make a difference in the lives of others. Lives being the operative word.
That's what living's all about. Being able to still make a difference. Punishing yourself for the past won't make the pain of your conscience go away.
Only fixing the problem in its stead. Is that what you're saying?
That's right. You have to live for tomorrow, Dohalim, not for yesterday. And not only that, you need to live for yourself, and for the change that you still can be.
I shall try.
Don't forget, we've still got a mystery to solve. The Forbidden Zone, remember?
Shion.
Huh?
Thank you. You have my deepest gratitude for what you did for Faria.
Glad to be of service.
I'm glad we could stop Faria without hurting her.
You all did much for her as well. I'm most grateful.
Oh, shucks. We're on...
Alright, we're gonna save it there. We're getting farther and farther into this dungeon. But man, I'm mad about my joystick, man. Anyway, there's a lot of cool things happening later on in this game right now. It looks like we're getting further and further into the game. Super excited about what we're gonna be able to take on, man. Anyway, that is it for this video, you guys. We're gonna continue playing this on the week. I'm gonna do my best to try to beat this game this week, because we got Shin Megami Tensei Nocturne that I want to play, and we got SMT5 coming out. So that's it for this video, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I am out.